Come on in, everybody. Make sure you hit that like button. Share the video out if you can. Especially if you are in the O to the N to the E. What's up, Karma Diva? How you doing, love?
I'm doing wonderful. How you doing tonight, Ma?
I am doing okay. I'm doing okay. You know, it was a nice day today.
It was
It
a
got up to
beautiful
70
day.
something degrees, and I'm like, okay, 1 second I'm thinking, hallelujah, because this is like not, usual in our neck of the woods in the winter. But then on the flip side, I'm like, oh, global warming is real. It's out
You
to get
also
me.
gotta think of it as the fact that spring is almost here.
And that's what I was thinking too. I was like, that
Mhm.
doggone groundhog, did he come out? Did he see himself? Did he not? Did he die back in? I don't know what's going on, but the weather
Poor
is
baby
nice.
groundhog. I don't
Is it
even
even
believe.
time for that? I don't even know if it's time for
I
him.
mean, it's March 1st. It's,
Yeah.
it is
Well,
time.
it was a beautiful day in the neighborhood. And everything was going okay until I came across a article which somebody had shared. Robert, advocate, one of the advocates in our community.
Right.
He has shared it, or did I see it from? No, I think somebody else has shared it. But then I went to his page because I'm like, okay, if I saw it somewhere else, I know Robert probably knows, because he's been following this case and a lot of other cases with missing Black women from our area. He's been following those really closely, and I did go over to his page, and him, along with a lot of other people, are really, really um upset at the direction that the entire case has basically went, and
Mm.
the fact that the person who a lot of people, including police believe killed Camisha Hollis, they accepted a plea deal for him,
Mm.
and they said he could be out in 10 years or less
I think
for
that's
the murder
wrong as
of
hell,
Camisha Hollis.
especially since this case has been ongoing since 2018. That's
Right.
4 years.
2018. Mm-hmm.
That's 4 years these babies have been without their mother.
Yep. Yep.
That's 4 years that this woman has been without her daughter.
Yeah, it was
And
April 1st, 2018, and it's March right now, so it's coming upon April 1st. I'll be here again shortly again. And
it'll be the fourth anniversary of this.
yeah, and
And
there's absolutely no
sitting
closure.
here, you sitting here with this, and I'm gonna say it, this is me,
Go
with
ahead.
this dumbass expression on your face and not telling them where she's at so that she can have a decent human burial or, just a funeral.
A proper
Something
homegoing, a proper funeral, proper, yeah.
that the family and friends can have to uh, have some kind of closure.
Mm-hmm.
And you denying them that.
Yes, basically.
Tanya,
Mm-hmm.
I just, I can't see how anyone could defend those actions. And
It's very sad. It's very sad. The guy, Marvin Young, matter of fact, let me put her picture up here so people can see the face of who we're referring to, because a lot of people know who she is. A lot of people have heard this story. I remember back when it wasn't really getting a lot of push, a lot of coverage, and it seemed like the investigation was going nowhere. And I remember Robert had even posted that he was reaching out to CNN because he was like, it's just more that needs to be done, after she had went missing in 2018. And it was like so clear to a lot of us that the man who was responsible for her disappearance and murder was her longtime boyfriend.
I mean, because apparently, I guess when they had a grand jury or something to that effect, or when they interviewed one of the daughters,
Right.
and she said that she kept hearing their mom yell, "Ouch!" and
Mm-hmm.
"Stop! Ouch!
Mm-hmm.
Stop! Stop!"
Mm-hmm.
And then there was silence.
Yeah, and then her mom, Camisha's mom, has said that she has said this a while back. This is around the time that he was actually arrested for the actual for Camisha, because first, remember, he was just arrested for child abuse. Excuse me, he was just arrested for child abuse, and he was arrested for 3 counts of child abuse by neglect. This was in 2018, like after Camisha went missing. And then there was also a charge for disturbing the peace, criminal mischief, under $500, because remember at that time he was being questioned and he had like basically did some damage to the police interview room. You know how some people they get when they trying to really act like they didn't do something all mad and upset because you don't believe them. They really innocent. So he destroyed, did some damage to the actual police department interview room. And at that time, his bond was $500,000 because, of the 3 counts of child abuse. And as far as the child abuse, that was basically because the one of the children had claimed that he had given them something to drink,
NyQuil.
some NyQuil, something like some cold medicine, something like that, and she didn't drink hers. So she had overheard him and her mother fighting, him hitting her with a boot, her mother screaming and crying, saying stop, ouch, and things like that. And then she said all of a sudden it just went quiet and he and her mother left. So it was at that point that a lot of people believe, he oh yeah, and then they also found 2 spent shell casings inside the house.
Hmm. And see,
So
my question is, when he say they left, did
mhm.
she leave on her own accord, or was he carrying her?
Well, and see that we don't know, because the kids, see, the child who testified or gave that story,
She didn't
she
try
had
to
a
get out
phone.
of bed.
Yeah, she had a phone, but her father took her phone away from her because, of course, she probably would have called 911. So he took her phone away from her. So she just overheard the commotion, the fight, the yelling, the screaming, her mother, being hurt. And then it was quiet, and she said the mother and her mother's boyfriend left. So we don't know if she was dead when and he took her out the house, or if he dragged her out the house and she was still alive. But there was blood in the house, there was shell casings in the house, and then, the story from the child. It was enough for them to, even in the articles, some of the articles are still saying allegedly. Like, really? And she
It
hasn't
was
been
already.
seen ever since that night, the night he beat her. He hasn't, and gave the kids that medicine to put them to sleep. She hasn't been seen since that night. And hey, Aisha, hey, what's going on, love? Yes, everybody, please like and share the video. Please like and share the video. If you are from our Midwest city of Omaha, Nebraska, or if you want to say anything regarding this latest update information on the Camisha Hollis case, if you want to give some comforting words to the family or anything like that, please let me know and I'll drop the link for you to jump up here. But I know I can't imagine what the family is feeling right now to hear that they gave him a plea deal, they accepted a plea deal from him, and we still know nothing.
That's,
We still know nothing. We still in the same place we was in 2018.
and that's horrible. That's absolutely horrible
Mm-hmm.
to
Yep.
still be in the same place that you were 4 years ago with nothing, no, nothing. I
Mm-hmm.
mean, he made her vanish without a trace.
Yeah, and they said that there was a fire. It was supposed to be a what do you call those fires?
What, a bonfire?
Not a bonfire, a like a fire out in the fields. You know, it was something like that. And they said that they believe that's what they said. They believe that she went missing, or around that time that she went missing, there was a fire, and I guess they were trying to associate that could have been done like out in the field somewhere, out on the outskirts of the city. You know what I mean? Like a fire in the fields or something like that. And they think that it could have possibly, been a connection or whatnot, but they never found a body. And there were times where people in the community had got together. They were searching different areas around the city, around the community, and still nothing. Still nothing.
Right.
So I do believe that it could have been something like that. He could have burned her. For all we know, hey, remember what happened with the Joshua Keto case when we was following that, and he
Yeah.
put her in the Missouri River.
Yep.
So I don't think she's. I don't. Wow, this is just very very sad. Very sad. No closure. Still,
It's
no
extremely
closure.
sad, and it's devastating, especially as a mother and as just as a human. It's devastating
Hmm.
that you would deny her basic dignity, basic rights.
And they had
But
a kid. They had a child together. She
they
had
had
three
three.
daughters. And yeah, they had children together. And you were with her for a long time, like you were a long time boyfriend of hers, and you owe that much. You owe that much to her family, to her children, to his children, to give them some type of closure. And he still refusing to do that. And I think that's just horrible. The fact that he could get out within 10 years. And let me play this news clip that came out today for you guys. Let me
Okay.
make the screen big. And as usual, let me know if you cannot uh, hear it. And in Karma Diva, of course, we have to put up our little copyright disclaimer. Educational purposes, critical criticism, news reporting, blah 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 blah.
When it's time to have your roof replaced, choose Pyramid Roofing, the residential roofing experts, voted best of Omaha 11 years in a row.
Turn that off until the story comes on.
For children, please.
Okay, hold on. Let me rewind it.
Some closure tonight for the family of this missing Omaha mother. The father of her children pleads no contest to killing her. Thanks for joining us here tonight. I'm David Earl.
I'm Julie Cornell. Alexander has the night off. Marvin Young now faces decades in prison for Camisha Hollis' death, even though police never found her body.
Young takes a plea deal today on lesser charges, including manslaughter. KETV News Watch 7's Abby Peterson is live with the breaking developments in the case dating back nearly 4 years, Abby.
Yeah, that's right. 35-year-old Camisha Hollis disappeared Easter Sunday of 2018. The couple's oldest daughter telling police that she heard her parents fighting that night and then never saw her mom again. Detectives say Young took the young girl's phone so that she couldn't call for help. Police also believe Young gave his children medicine to make them sleep. Young was later seen at an Omaha hotel with Hollis's car. Prosecutors said he was also putting a purse into a trunk and carrying a plastic bag. Detectives tracked Young's cell phone to a wildlife area near Plattsmouth, but despite several searches, they never found Hollis's body. Prosecutors believe they could still make the case for murder, so they charged him in 2019. We just asked them why they agreed to the plea for manslaughter.
As follow-up happens, then you consider a lot of things before trial. You try to get the best result you can. And there's just a lot of factors, especially in this case.
Young also pleaded no contest to child abuse and tampering with evidence. He's due back in court for sentencing on April 28th. He faces up to 31 years in prison. Reporting live in Omaha, Abby Peterson, KETV, News Watch 7.
I hope he has to do each and every one of those 31 years,
I
and
hope
that
so.
he gets into a fight in jail, and that they prolong his sentence.
Yes, that he gets into some type of trouble. Shoot, because if not, then it's a possibility. They said that he could be out in 10. So, and that's crazy. Like he could. They said the sentence is 30. What they say, 31 years,
Mm-hmm.
but he could get out
Mm-hmm.
in 10. And well,
Mm-hmm.
and because he's basically been locked up for several years. So I guess that's going to like
They're gonna
maybe
give him
count
time
towards that.
served for that. Yep.
And good time, right. Exactly. Now, you saw what I was talking about, right? That brush fire, that wildlife fire. That's where they had tracked down her cell phone, but they
Mm-hmm.
never found a body. So
Did they
that's what I
find
was
any
saying.
other evidence though? Like,
No,
did he burn her other stuff? You know, a lot of time when people burn stuff, it don't get fully burnt. So I'm asking, did they find her phone? Did they find her clothing?
they tracked
Um,
they tracked her phone to that area, but nothing. Like they didn't have nothing. They didn't have nothing to
that's why
nobody.
they accepted his plea,
Hmm.
because they probably didn't have enough, and they felt like they didn't have enough to actually prosecute him.
Right. So to this it's an advantage for him totally because had he said not guilty, then of course there would have been a trial. So it's saving him from a trial because he don't know what he could have faced. I mean, he could have been we don't know what direction it could have went. Had
Right.
he gone to trial, it could have been, oh, it's not enough evidence, because his attorney wanted him to drop the charges a long time ago when he was
Mm-hmm.
first arrested because there was no body. But then the judge was like, no, after listening to the mother saying there was ongoing domestic violence, and then the fact that Camisha had told him to move out like that week, the week
Mm-hmm.
of Easter, she had told him that she wanted him to get out, wanted him to move. So that on top of what the mother, has explained about, ongoing violence, abuse, domestic violence, then the little girl, the daughter, what she said about him giving them sleeping medicine, not sleeping medicine, but cough syrup, cold medicine, whatever. And hearing them fight and hearing her mother say ouch and all that kind of stuff in the middle of the night, and then it going completely quiet in the house. And then after that, he didn't even take the kid. He wasn't taking the kids back and forth to school. The kids was at home by
Yeah,
themselves.
because he was afraid they were going to say something.
Right. And Camisha's
That's all that
mom is the
was.
one who, when she didn't hear from her daughter wasn't showing up at work, the kids wasn't showing up at school, that's when she got concerned. And that's when, later the police got involved and realized he had left, had the kids at home. They weren't going to school or nothing. But yeah, he
This
know
man
he
sickens
did
me.
that. He
He
did that.
sickens me. Just the
Mm-hmm.
thought that he did that.
Mm-hmm.
The thought that he did it on Easter weekend. The thought that he has
That's
taken away these kids' mother and never, up until now, faced any consequences. And he's
that was
never.
the saddest part. That every kid look forward to Easter.
Mm-hmm.
Every
Mm-hmm.
kid looks forward to Easter, wearing a nice clothes, their new shoes, their hair done, collecting Easter eggs, candy, the cookout after church, dressing turkey, whatever people, cook for that special occasion, greens, mac, how we get down. Okay.
Right.
That is a kid's holiday. That was one of the saddest parts when I heard about this and kept hearing how they weren't able to find her, and the three daughters, they're with the mom, with Camisha's mom. She's been basically taking care of the daughters and everything since then, as any grandma probably would. But the fact that it happened Easter, like it's just sad. So around the holidays, it's just sad. It's sad all the way around, you know. no matter when she went missing. But you know what I'm saying, as far as children and stuff like that. But
Yeah.
yeah.
I mean, anytime you lose a parent is devastating.
Hmm.
But to lose a parent in that manner,
Hmm.
that's and you. I mean, to me, I can't say that he didn't because I don't know. But to take these kids' mother from them and never think about the suffering that they are going to and are going through.
Hmm.
You never once took that into account,
Yeah.
how they would be feeling, how this would affect them, how
Mm.
they would grow up still and always missing their mother.
And not even
Because
knowing, no, not even knowing what happened. Like I just hope that I just there's always a little bit of hope that
mm,
somebody will man up and put on their big boy draws, whatever, however you want to say it, and just just really face the crime. Just really,
right,
you did the crime, do the time. This is so close. This isn't like a lady you met one night, just some random girlfriend,
mm,
no stranger. This is the mother of your child, somebody that you was with for a long time. Their family accepted you. I don't know how accepted he was towards the end with so much domestic violence, but you know what I mean. You just owe them so much to just say what I did with your daughter, what I did with your mother, your friend, your cousin, your sister. He owes them that much, and I hope that he eventually does confess to what he did. I really do, and what he did to her. At least lead them to a certain area, even if her body has it's been like what since 18, so it's going on 4 years. So with our harsh winters and things like that, it could be something still there or not, but at least they have like a place, a final
right,
place that they can know.
right.
It's just,
I mean, the likelihood that they would find her intact now is very slim to none, especially like you said with the harsh winters. And
mm,
then you got animals who unfortunately will come out and scavenge, but just lead them somewhere to where she's at. Give them a place where they can go and mourn
mhm,
something.
mhm.
Because right now those kids are holding it all in.
Yeah, just
They're
hold it
holding it all in.
together. And I pray for them. I truly pray for the kids, pray for the family. Her grandma, and I'm not gonna say her name, but she does have the same last name. But her grandma, she used to dance on our hip hop line dance team.
Mm,
And we worked out together, we practiced together, we marched in the streets together, at different events, went out of town together, in different events, when we had to perform and stuff. So I knew her grandma for some time before this all happened, and her grandma, I spoke to her around the time that this happened. I didn't really like give condolences or nothing like that. I just told her I would pray for her because at that time we didn't even know, for sure what had happened to Camisha. It was
mm,
just, it was like, oh my God, this is our dance sister. And this is something that she's going through, that her daughter's going through, that these little girls is going through. So it was really hard, dealing with that because I'm not close to the family, but we had some type of, we was on a dance team. I don't know if anybody ever marched in a drill team or anything like that, but that's what our hip hop line dance team is. We really close. We have like a bond and everything.
mm.
So, yeah, it was, yeah, but mm.
Little family atmosphere.
Yeah, and I'm gonna put her picture back up here. Uh,
Now I
Count
sent you
Amaru said,
something.
okay, let me look at that. And then Count Amaru said, "What's going on?" Hey, bro, we just talking about some update information on Camisha Hollis. She was from Omaha, Nebraska. A lot of people know her. My best friend was real good friends with her. So I sent my bestie the article as soon as I saw it because my bestie no longer lives here. But, she was trying to keep up with everything, from a distance. So I made sure that I sent her that before, we went live. But yeah, they were friends and they used to work together and stuff. But let's see. You sent me something too. Oh yeah. We definitely. Yeah, I'm gonna put that up too. Definitely.
Okay.
But let me read something. Somebody had posted this picture of Camisha.
I
Um,
love it. My story isn't over yet. I
yes,
love
it says my story isn't over yet. And underneath it, they said, "This is Camisha Hollis, a daughter, sister, friend, and loving mother to three girls." For April 1st, 2018, 4/1/18 was the last time she was seen alive by her family. A few days later, her vehicle was recovered. Video shows Marvin Young exiting her vehicle and placing her purse in the trunk. In December 2019, Marvin was charged with first-degree murder. His trial has since been delayed several times. As of 2/24/22, just last month, Brenda Beadle, deputy DA, had been in talks with Tom Riley to discuss a manslaughter charge. If this deal happens, Marvin Young will be a free man within the next 10 years, while his children and Camisha's family will never learn where her body is.
mm, mm, mm.
Yeah. Yeah, so he was arrested first in 2018, but that was for the child abuse and for disturbing the peace when he tore up some stuff in the police interrogation room or interview room. And then a year later, that's when they were like a year and a half later, that's when they arrested him for first degree murder. And he's been there ever since. And he finally, you know, accepted a plea. Him and his attorney, offered a plea and it was accepted. So yeah, he could be out within 10 years. Depending, I don't know. I know they're gonna put the time served that he's already been locked up. So I don't know
Right.
if you want to go way uh back to 2018 because at that time he was only arrested for child abuse. It wasn't until 2019, so that's 3 years. So I don't know if they'll go back 2018 for time served or to 2019. I don't know.
I don't know how they're going to apply that, but trust and believe it will be applied to his sentencing. And it's just, I mean, I'm honestly just disgusted by the whole thing. Just
Yeah, yeah.
just disgusted and saddened. It saddens me that these babies, they don't have their mom, and I keep saying that, but I keep saying it because you know, you and I both have lost our mothers, but we were adults when it happened. And that pain that we felt, as a child, I can't even imagine how they were processing it,
Mm-hmm.
how they got through it or are getting through it.
Mm-hmm.
I can't even
I
understand
can't
that.
I can't imagine. I can't fathom because when you lose your parent as a child, it hits so different. Like it
Mhm.
hurts when you grown. Yeah, it hurts.
Mhm.
But it hits so
Mhm.
different when you're a child because you didn't have all the opportunities to grow up all the way, fully grow up with your mom and then have her there for your biggest achievements and
Right, but
celebrations,
to have her
know.
there for your guidance, for the wisdom,
Uh-huh.
the knowledge of being a woman, of
Mhm.
womanhood. And we have to throw in there the knowledge of being a black woman in
Right.
the United States. That's a whole nother level of lessons that they were
Mhm.
denied
Right. Right.
because
Mhm.
their mother was taken from them. And, I feel for those babies. I feel for the mother who never got to see her daughter, other than her babies being born. She never got to see her daughter getting married or, you know, be proud of
Their
the
own
achievements
children,
that her kids.
have their own children and call your mom up, be like,
Yeah.
Mom, I need your advice on this. Like we did with our parents. Like, Mom, the child is sick. How you make that stuff in the skillet when they get a rash? Stuff.
Right. Right.
Yeah. Her
It's,
children would never be able to experience any of that, and unfortunately, they may
you
never.
got grandma, but who knows? God willing, she'll still be there for them.
Yeah.
But who knows how long grandma is going to be around for them?
But they do have a great support system. I can say that. They do have a great support system. I'm so glad that they are with somebody who really loves them. I'm so glad that they had somebody's home to go to, somebody they're familiar with, that they just wasn't, put here, put there in the system. You know what I mean? I'm so glad
that
that
family love, that
yeah,
connection.
yeah,
And it makes a difference. Oh, it makes a difference.
It really does. It really does. And I can't let this show go off without and we're not about to end right now, but we will be ending shortly. But I can't let this show go off without posting a phone number in the chat for National Domestic Violence Hotline. You guys, we speak about the National Domestic Hotline before when we discuss certain issues dealing with domestic violence, of course, women, uh, being injured, being hurt, being killed by their spouses, their boyfriends,
and men too. There are men
and vice versa. Yeah, we got to make sure we say that vice versa, because men out there, they be getting hit on by women, and men on men, women on women. When I heard that lesbians, they fight almost as more than a man and a woman, I was like, what?
Yep.
You kidding me? Ain't they lesbians supposed to be more lovey-dovey and they feminine and all this,
Those are damn, I can't think of the word, but that's stuff people put out there.
You mean like stereotype or something like that?
There you go. Stereotypes that people put out there that just aren't true.
I really did think that, though.
That's just like when we were younger. We were taught that people that were gay and lesbian were perverts. I don't know about you, but
yes,
that
we were taught that. Like, and it wasn't even like it was just like unspoken. You know what I mean? Like, we weren't really taught that, but it was like just unspoken. Like, I don't know, it's like something we just knew. And it was just because I don't know, but yeah, I stopped believing that a long time ago, especially when I started having a lot of gay male friends, and I'm like, they don't even look at people like that. They
right,
and yes, to the person in the chat, yes, he was the father. Yes. Yeah, they were together for a long. They were together.
So there were a lot of misconceptions and stereotypes that have been out there that just aren't true. Is heartbreaking, but as a people or as a community, as humans, I think we have come a long way in our thinking and processing and quote unquote judging people based on bullshit. I think we've kind of gotten away from that, and we are seeing that we were wrong in our thinking. And
times are still changing. Times are still changing, but they have changed some over the years, and we no longer have that. Yeah, there's a lot of things that we were taught that were wrong. It was a lot of things that we were taught when we were younger, and it's just a lot of older people. They grow up in certain areas down south. Might be set in their ways. Like it's more people being open-minded these days to a lot of people. It don't even matter who you are, different races. Whether you were born a woman or a man. I mean, it's a lot more openness and a lot more acceptance these days, but we still ain't at the finish line yet.
Right.
We still are not at the finish line yet. And again, I can't close this show, this update show on Camisha Hollis without posting the National Domestic Violence Hotline, 1-800-799-7233. Is there any words of encouragement you want to give to somebody, male or female, who might be going through something right now, and by way of maybe domestic violence or abuse? Carmel Diva.
Don't give up hope. Keep your faith, whatever it may be. And remember, you are not in this alone. There are thousands of people who are here and willing to help you. You just need to take that first step and tell someone that you need help. Have faith that they will and can help you through this. You can get through this. And like I said, with a little bit of faith and hope, the tables can and will turn. There's hope out there for you. There's help for you. Just take that first step and tell someone. Doctors and nurses and the police officers are all sworn that they have to report any kind of assault that is told to them. They have to. It's the law. All you have to do is tell them.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And not to break it down as if somebody's not mature enough or nothing like that, but it's the same way with children, same way with adults. Like, we teach children all the time. If somebody's hurting you, speak out. If you can't get through to a teacher, talk to a counselor. Can't get through the counselor, talk to the principal, your parent, your uncle, the mailman. Reach out to somebody. And it's the same way when we're grown. Although when we're grown, sometimes we feel like don't nobody want to hear this, especially if it's ongoing situations and you're going to the same people over and over, and then you're going back, and then you run into people for help again, then you're going back. Some people feel like, oh, don't nobody want to hear me. People are tired of me. People just, this is just what I deserve because I've been in this situation so long. Don't ever feel like that. It's always someone there. And if the only person that's there is that hotline, then reach out to that hotline.
And believe me, nobody deserves to be abused. Nobody. You do not deserve that. No one has the right to put their hands on you. Report it.
Right.
And I don't care how many times you've told family members and this and that. Tell them one more time. Tell them one more time. And I know it's hard, but somehow summon the strength to report it and not go back. Summon that strength. You have it. You have that strength within you. And you can do it. You can do it.
And there's always some signs. Sometimes they're subtle. I've told stories before when I've been in situations, and I'm not going to go into them now, but I have told stories before where I'm just like, I look back and be like, dang, there had to be some signs. It's always a sign. It's always a sign from the very beginning, from the gate. The tone of voice, a little shove, cursing you out, disrespecting you in front of their friends, demanding that you do certain things that you don't want to do. It's always some signs. It's always some signs in the beginning. And get out as soon as you can. Get out as soon as you can. I never forget, I was in a situation and didn't even know this person was violent, was on drugs and all type of stuff, but I saw the signs right from the gate. Next thing I know, he's on the news wanted for robbery and talking about he's a schizophrenic and addicted to cocaine. I mean, and I barely knew the guy for that long, but I'm like, whoa, something's off here.
I'm gonna tell y'all, like I tell my kids, if it don't look right, if it don't sound right, if it don't feel right, that's your that's God giving you warning bells going off. Listen to it.
Listen to that inner voice.
Listen to it.
That sixth
And
sense, it will never fail you.
it will never fail you. If it don't look or feel right, then damn it, it ain't right.
Right. Right.
Look
You're
at them
absolutely
clues from the beginning. Like she said, they are there. They are there.
right.
Look at them, and as soon as you can, leave that situation. Leave the situation, because you cannot turn this person. You cannot change this person. This person is already who they are. They are who they are, and they are showing you who they are. So you don't, nobody has the right to make you their punching bag, whether it's physical, verbal, or emotional. Nobody has the right to do that. But you have every right to leave to protect yourself and your children.
Right, especially if you have children. Look out for the children. Look out for the children. And again, this goes all different ways. You know, we grew up to believe that women were the only ones abused. We just grew up that way because just like with other type of violence against men, men didn't speak out that much. They didn't report it that much back in the day because they didn't want to appear to be weak, because that's what people did. So it's on all ends, whether you're a man, you're a woman, gay, straight, bi, fluid, it don't even matter. It don't even matter. Nobody deserves to be abused by anybody.
Nobody has the right to do that to you.
Right.
Period.
So that's the National Domestic Violence Hotline. I'm going to attach this to the description, in the description box when the video finished processing through YouTube. I'm gonna make sure that is posted under there. Hey, bro, what's up? What's going on?
I'm just following y'all. You know what's so funny about this? That young lady looks very familiar.
She was very well known to a lot of people. I mean, a lot of people that I know knew her. Now, I didn't know her personally. I knew her grandma, but I still, when I knew her grandma, I didn't know her. You know, me and her grandma just danced together. But
It
yeah,
just dawned on me because when I was back home in 2016, I'm trying to remember. This young lady looks extremely familiar. Like, I mean, like she didn't listen, and learned a few things, but I don't know, man. Just my only thing that I really want to say about the whole situation is this. Little dude, whatever the dude little name is, I don't care to even really speak his name because he don't even get that kind of respect. Father of their children or not. Here's my thing. If you that heartless to not allow your own flesh and blood to memorialize the womb that they came from, let alone disrespect her family to not be able to leave, to lay her or to memorialize her in peace, that's cruelty at its finest. So basically, what I said in the comments, that's what the fuck I meant. And I'm going to leave it at that. Because if it was, I'm just talking about me, and I'm pretty sure there is countless of others that would love to sanitize this situation. But the point is that that's not going to bring her back. But the level of pain that he would experience, he would show he hasn't had the right person to neutralize this situation. Trust me, there are certain things that you don't have to necessarily always be violent with people or do things, but by the time he got done with dealing with these ways, he would have been pointing and snotting and crying and everything and asking for everything to be forgiven. There is no forgiveness on this one because you did the unforgivable. You took and you separated your own child or children from the very individual that sacrificed her life and her well-being to bear your child or children. That doesn't make any kind of pick sense to me. And then you turn around and they found evidence that if she's reported missing and they're pinging her cell location down in Platt, Tucky,
Yeah, Platt, Tucky, Plattsmouth.
where we don't go
We
and
don't
congregate
know.
too much at all, and all of a sudden, and there's evidence, and y'all talking about, well, we can only come up with manslaughter. Let that nigga go. That's all you got to do. Because that's what y'all, it's a game to them. Because I can guarantee you, by the time that he gets out, even when he do get out, y'all already know what's gonna happen to him. Y'all gonna look on the news. He gonna make Channel 7, he gonna be famous on KTV, WOWT, and KMTV. He gonna be and Fox 42, whatever the hell it is still up there. He gonna be famous. Y'all already know what's gonna happen. Somebody gonna pop his ass. And it's gonna be most likely a loved one or relative or whatever the hell, all behind her. It's a game to these people. So I blame them as well because they're not prosecuting shit. They're I mean, we can all okay. It's all about basically. It's all about convictions with y'all because the more convictions y'all have, the more money you got. Y'all just randomly pick this case all of a sudden, like you just have a lead. You have evidence that this dude is guilty, but yet and still, you want to say we have no case built. So basically, the time served and him getting sentenced. Oh, he could be out. He could get a 31-year sentence, but basically he's already did this many years. So basically, if we give him 15 years, well, shit, he's already been here about 6, so he's going to get out in about 8. He do good, he'll be out in 6.
Yeah, they're talking about no more than 10.
And he'll be out on paperwork, and he's going to be a good citizen. Not up under my watch if that was my family. Shit, he wouldn't even get past the penitentiary exit gate. They'll be picking his noodles up on the side of the doggone gate panel.
Allegedly.
Allegedly.
Yeah, well, however, allegedly or whatever the hell. Well,
I
I'll
mean,
just tell
I
you the
feel
truth
you. I understand. I
because
mean,
that don't make no sense, man. Dude, you're not gonna take my loved one, especially you just not. Whether it's sister, daughter, child, niece, it don't fucking matter. You're not gonna take mine from me, and then I don't give a damn because you got a child or a children by me. No, you're not gonna make her disappear, and you're still around talking about I don't know what's going on. Okay, well, yeah, you sure right. You about to be a science. You might be a scientific experiment. You about to be a lab rat.
and I understand I understand the sentiments that you're sharing, and we just want to make sure that we're still being conscious
I'm
of
being
the children
cordial. You right.
who have two parents that these children have to grow up with, one in jail, one in prison, one no longer here. But I understand your sentiments because a lot of people feel the same way. A lot of people
And
feel the same way, and I've seen posts
just
on
the knowledge
Facebook.
of, that just I mean, like I said, he's not putting his kids into the account that, he's not thinking about his kids.
Yeah,
He
yeah,
The
gives
fact
zero
that
fucks about his
he
kids.
done took their mama from him, and now he's gonna be gone from him. Well, he's already been gone from him, so
yeah.
you done
They
took both
losing two
parents in
parents.
essence.
Yeah, they
But he
losing two
didn't
parents.
care the moment that he killed the moment he decided to beat that girl and kill her, shoot her, whatever the hell, he disregarded them,
Mhm.
her, and everything else. The moment that he decided to say the thought that it said, you know, I'm about to kill this bitch. Excuse my French like that. I mean, I'm just enraged. That's what most of us.
Yeah.
You know, real talk. You're dead. Fuck you. I hate you. That moment right then and there, that's where he crossed the line. And then her child is hearing her saying, "Stop, please don't," and all this, and then bam, then all of a sudden, really, and then you give me something, then I wake up and it feel like a couple of days later, I'm tired. I don't know what's going on. You drug your own kids? No, dude. You need to be flayed alive. Oh, I will peel you back to back, dude, like I'll gut you like a fish, hang you up by a fish hook, peel your skin from your bones. That's just the beginning. You ain't worth shit. That man's not worthy of having a fucking trial. Who in the hell is going to turn around and snatch and say that somebody is not guilty of something that they know that they did, and the children heard it? Begin to see y'all want to bring this shit up like, oh, this is it, man. Fuck the prosecutors and all them people up there. They ain't worth shit neither. This is a big ass money bag to them because they looking at, okay, what you gonna get up out of this fool? What, free labor?
That's funny.
That's about it. I mean, they gonna make money off of him in the you know, they
But
get
yeah,
paid.
okay, but he's not gonna be in there that long. That's what I'm saying. I'm making so okay, so damn, it's one damn thing for them to kill us, and then you got the bounty hunters out here running around here killing and shooting up folks. Big old cases going on down here in Houston, Texas, all that, you know, all kind of crazy stuff going on. I mean, there's the police out here killing folks, the neighbors out here, they beating up kids and women, and motherfuckers is kidnapping and killing their girls, and kidnapping and stalking Uber and killing Uber and Lyft drivers and shit. And ain't nobody doing shit about it. It's like, oh, okay, well, we'll pray about it. Nah, fuck that. Ain't no praying we past praying. When that life is extinguished, that means I can never call them. I can never see them no more. I can never talk to them. I can never do nothing. I can't even be like, hey, happy birthday, family, sister, cousin, brother, niece, never hit none of that. None of that. Can't do none of that no more. But you sitting around here, you get 3 hots in the car, you get the shit, eat, sleep, look crazy, don't comb your hair, jack off, do whatever the fuck you want to do. Nope, it ain't running like that.
I just don't understand, like, when it comes to cases like these where some people do go to trial and they get them for murder, or they try them for murder, and they have no body. So my thing is this, like, how does one case differentiate from another when there's so much I mean, we don't know everything that they have, so I don't even want to say so much evidence, but just from what we know, from the person, like from the kids, from what they had, the daughter, from what she had to say, him taking the phone, him give them the medicine to make them go to sleep, him beating on her mom in the middle of the night with a boot.
Isn't that motive?
So you know what that means? This was a conscious.
It was right.
Not a
premeditated,
man.
He planned. Like, I don't know if he planned.
So this should have been murder in the first.
That's premeditated.
Right. And whether he premeditated to beat her without the kids knowing, or if he
that was premeditated. Period.
When he took the phone from his daughter, that was number one right there. The daughter said, he knows that I know how to call 911, and that's why he took my phone. So in the past, I'm just assuming that the kids have called 911 before, because they know, or either their mother taught them, grandma, somebody in the family taught them to call 911 when he gets to acting up like that. So yeah, I would think it would be premeditated too, which is the whole thing. While I'm like, why is this not going to trial? They really think they're gonna lose? Like, do they really think they're gonna lose? Is that it?
Oh man.
Like, I really wish I could speak to somebody like an attorney, like a civil. I mean, like a civil. I don't want Tasha K's attorney, like a criminal.
That just woke me up.
Actually, Tasha K's attorney would probably be great for this because she was a criminal attorney. But I wish I could talk to a criminal attorney or somebody who specializes in criminal law right now, because I have so many questions. So many
I
questions.
know the best justice. Everybody talking about let the law do. Okay, look, if the law allow pedophiles to walk and prosecute folks that take justice in their hands for their daughters getting molested by their teachers or uncles and all that, and then they want to turn around and give you 50 years of life for defending your loved ones and your child's and people's getting deflowered and violated and all that, or the elderlies, or somebody beating your elderlies up, or sodomizing the old peoples and all, doing all kind of sadistic, stupid shit. You get in trouble for it, but yet instead you let these clowns walk. But we're supposed to let the system do what it's supposed to do. Whose system? For who? And why?
Yeah, and then we're raised and we're taught to we're supposed to trust this system.
Just like,
Like
and I know this.
the system don't always work for us. We know that. We know it doesn't. Sometimes the system just was never meant for us. We know that from day one, from back in the day. When we first got here, not us, but our ancestors when
Well,
they first
we've
got here.
been here
You
actually,
know
but
what I
that's a
mean?
whole other story. But yeah, I
Yeah.
got you.
You know
But
what I mean? Yeah.
yeah, I got you. I mean, that's why I said that's a whole nother story. I mean, we've been long before these clowns was even created. But anyway, uh, I mean, it's just the fact that, like, how is that justifiable that your only thing that you can come up with is manslaughter based off of the fact that because there's no. I guess building in hell and Monica didn't swallow. I don't know what the fuck.
Well,
I don't know.
Carmel Diva, she just hit me up in the back chat and she gave me an idea of a YouTuber who is also a attorney.
I'm serious.
He discusses a lot of big cases, and he has watched some of our videos before, and I think Carmel Diva, she probably follows him more closely than I do. But I'm gonna see if she can hit him up or I can hit him up, and maybe we can bring him on the show and discuss
Hopefully, what's up?
discuss these type of crimes when there's no body, and how do they determine if the foul murder, if not the foul murder, if
Okay, so she
you
just
know,
disappeared off the face of the earth.
yeah,
So she
that
just so she
that's
just did a
basically
Houdini.
that's basically what happened. I mean,
So I'm just gonna leave my kids and my loved ones, my mama and them, my sister and them, my brothers and them, if I got them, my uncles, my aunties, everybody, fuck it. I don't no longer want to be known. I want to do a Machiavelli. I want to do a Tupac. I just want to disappear. I don't ever want to be heard from again after I've been got my ass whooped countless times. I just don't want to be bothering nobody. I don't care. Rich or poor. And I'm gonna go hang out, and I'm gonna act like that the last place y'all gonna know me that I was hanging out at was down here by in Pled, Tucky, down here by the riverside.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, everybody, please keep the family in your
That's all
prayers.
we can
The
do.
family has been going through a lot ever since 2018. Ever since that first day that they realized that she was missing. The children have been going through a lot. Even before, obviously, before she even came up missing, there was already ongoing domestic violence. So the children have been through a lot. Their children are basically 4 years older now. I don't know all their ages. And we don't have to know, but they are 4 years older now. So they have been going through this for 4 years, not being able to be with their mother. So I would really appreciate it if everybody can keep the family in their prayers, because I know, like, there's so many different emotions right now that people are going through. I saw Facebook comments where I'm like, oh shoot, you might not want to be posting that on Facebook. People like, let them out, let them free, let them free. And so I understand the sentiments that also Count Amaru is expressing. because a lot of people would feel like that with their loved ones, like really, really do. So we definitely understand that. We understand exactly where he's coming from and where a lot of people are coming from in regards to being very angry and upset about the outcome of this. And to see this man be able to be out in maybe 10 years or less, walking the streets again, and I don't know what his children could be thinking right now, what their grandma could be thinking right now, Camisha's friends. I mean, it's, just keep them all in your prayer. And then again, we can't let this show go off without posting the National Domestic Violence Hotline number. If anybody out there, man, woman, is going through a domestic violence situation and you need help, you need a way out, you need somebody to listen to you, somebody to come rescue you. If you don't have nobody else to call, no friends, no family, no mom, no dad, if you don't have anybody to call, there's always the National Domestic Violence Hotline, 1-800-799-7233. And on that note, thanks for joining me, bro. Karma Diva, she had to go. She put in the back chat that her phone was dying. But thanks for joining me on the live, bro. Thanks everybody who tuned in tonight. Please make sure you like and share the video. Please share the video because as you can see on the bottom of this picture, it says, "My story isn't over yet."
No, that's right.
My story isn't over yet. And I truly believe that Camisha Hollis, who is a daughter, a sister, a friend, and loving mother to 3 girls who has been missing since April 1st, 2018, I truly believe that her story isn't over yet. And I'm also praying that that guy, Mr. Marvin Young, I truly hope and pray that you find it in your heart some way or another
They don't get no prayer from me.
give her family and your children, her children, the answers that they have been seeking. Thank you. And thank you, Trash Talk. Thank you so much. She said, don't forget to like, subscribe, share, and support the channel. Our Cash App, if anybody wants to donate, $ the Hood Table 402. Hey, Miss Naturally Nolans. How you doing, love? Good night. Good night, everyone. Thanks for tuning in. Stay safe. Be blessed. Remain vigilant at all times. And always, always, always remember.
Keep it hood.
Good. Bye.
Sure. Peace and love.
Love you guys.
Love you too.